Welcome back. I missed you guys. Did you miss me? I know you missed me. You guys, I have a treat for you today. I decided to do a little something different, but I have someone that I just simply adore and just love here. She's just really just sunshine when she walks in a room. You guys have possibly seen her on some Mad Game things previously, and you might have seen her on K.C. Corner with Cocktails and Conversation. She's usually behind the scenes, but we've been starting seeing more of her and everything, you guys. Y'all, here's K.C.
Hello. Thank you. That was a nice intro. I'm about to bring you on the road with me, girl. What?
Girl, I was looking forward to this. I was like, what? I get to talk to K.C. K.C.'s never up there talking to anybody.
No.
You just usually behind the scenes.
Yeah, I like behind the scenes. It's nice back there.
But we want to see that face sometimes. You look gorgeous.
Well,
see? It's like all that behind the cameras, y'all. Look at that.
I did this for you, girl, because you know I be in scrubs all day, every day.
All that comfort. Ain't nothing wrong with comfort. Comfort and efficiency.
All day, every day. Scrubs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So tell everybody a little bit more about, you have a business and you have your show on Cocktails and Conversation. So
Yes. My business is called Phoenix Air Spa, and we primarily focus on aesthetics, permanent makeup. We have massage therapists that come in.
Nice.
I have a young lady that does lashes, and just a plethora. Anything that's aesthetic, I got you. I've been doing this almost 20 years. I know, because I'm only 25.
What do you mean? Started young. Started at the age of 5.
Girl, yes.
20 years to be in any kind of business. You don't look like you've been in no business for no 20 years.
I have. Well, I've been licensed for 20 years, and I've done a lot of things over my career. You know, I started off teaching while I was still actually in school because I have a bachelor's and they needed a sub. Okay. So I was like, oh, we on the science. I like that. So I stepped in.
All right.
So that was like in 2007. And I've been teaching and working at different high-end spas and things like that. And then, had to step out and do my own thing. So
and that's
Phoenix Air Spa was first.
Yeah.
Air is an heir to the king, not A-I-R.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So not air. So most people might be saying hair, Phoenix Hair Spa.
Yeah, no, it's air. It's in royalty, honey.
Exactly.
Yes.
How you gonna feel? Because your skin is glowing, girl.
You see me?
Not gonna sit there and lie. So we can't talk about that and everything, baby. I can't complain.
Mm-hmm. Like, I gotta be cute for you, so. I can't promote skincare if my skin is
not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like going to a hairstylist that never does her hair, or his hair.
I do not understand that at all.
I'm not doing it.
I cannot.
I will walk out,
baby. I'd be like, aren't you supposed to be some kind of example or sample? Or
I can't trust you with my head if yours look a mess.
Yes, what you trying to do over there? So you're mostly just healthy skincare that got your skin looking so beautiful?
Well, it's a combination of things, because taking care of your skin means taking care of your body inside and out. First, you want to take care of it inside. So it matters what you're eating. It matters that you are taking time for yourself, relaxing, meditating, getting the proper amount of sleep, which that one I struggle with a lot.
I think a lot of us do, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, drinking plenty of water. But I also do treatments on myself as well. So, and most of my treatments involve, I do dermaplaning, microderm, all kinds of peels, and anything I have on my menu, I've tried on myself first.
Yes,
or someone I know,
to have a real opinion.
Exactly.
Not off of someone else's. Yes.
Exactly. I don't want to tell you like what the box says. I'm gonna tell you like what I think and what I felt, or what the person or people that I may have done the procedure on first, how they felt about it. So I always come from an approach to do things from like how I would want them So when I'm working, I like to I personalize everything. Like we have a menu, but I personalize it. It has to fit you, and your
just
vibe,
everybody,
your
every
skin.
last one. Just like our fingerprints are different, our skincare is different.
Yes, very, very much. Yes.
So, I read about that stress and lack of sleep can really harm our skin.
Yeah.
And our care, like wrinkles, pimples,
Yes.
everything.
It does. It does. All of those things have a factor in how your skin is. That's why when you come in for a facial, like I'm asking all these personal questions, but I'm like, I'm not trying to be in your business. Your skin is my business.
Yes.
So I need to know these things. And even when you don't tell me the truth, I
It's
know
gonna kind of show.
it's going to tell me.
Yes.
There's different factors that I look at, to see like if you get enough water, if you get enough sleep. Your skin tells you what your body needs. Like your body is going to show you what it needs through your skin, and it's like many ways, but your skin is definitely an avenue for it.
That is great. So I heard that sex can relieve stress and everything. So do you ask about their sexual history or what's going on sexually or anything, or if they were?
No, I do not. The only time any kind of question like that comes up is if I'm doing Brazilians.
Okay.
And because there's this myth, I say myth because, if you come see me, you're going to be good.
Facts.
But a lot of so-called professionals will say like, oh, you can't do anything for 2 to 3 days or whatever. What's the purpose of getting the Brazilian if I'm not going to use it?
If I can't go ahead and
like I got a brand new car and I can't drive it.
What?
Like what? No, but if you have multiple partners, I would say, wait a few days, let your pores close up. You want to be safe. It's the same thing. You don't want to get into like hot tubs and are in the ocean and pools and things, because that's like lots of bacteria. So if you have multiple partners, I would say wait. But if you have one partner, then hey, when you leave, it's on and popping.
Because the whole thing is once you get that Brazilian, how you feel afterwards,
I call it the baby bottom special, because it's like the slip and slide of Brazilians. That's what I do. So when you leave, it's gonna be smooth, and it's gonna be ready to be tested out. So I want to make sure when you leave me, honey, we are keeping families together, one wax at a time. We're not separating you.
I've never had one.
Are you serious?
My sister gets them, and she swears by them. But literally, like, I shave every day, so I don't to let it grow long enough to get one. And she said, you don't know what you're missing out. But I've sat in the lobby listening to her from the back. But she loves it afterwards.
Listen, I tell people, they'll ask like, hey, does it hurt? I'm like, I'm ripping hair out of your body. You're gonna feel something.
My eyebrows still hurt. So
right. Yes. So, but it's one of those things where your body learns your routines and the things that you do. It's like when you exercise, your body, responds to different exercises, different ways, different weights, and things like that. So your skin is the same way, your body's the same way. Like, it's like, oh, okay, we did this before. I'm all right now. It's never gonna be painless, completely painless, but it won't be as bad as it was the first time. It's jarring, And some people are like, oh, that's it, But, a lot of factors go into that. If you have coarse hair and, a really curly hair that tends to retract and cause hair bumps and things like that.
Yes, more to get.
Yeah, it could be a little more aggressive,
But other than that, you can get your Brazilian, and long as you're not flamboyant, you can go ahead and take your car for a drive.
If your cat ain't for the streets, then you can take it for a ride.
Say that loud and say it proud,
saying,
baby. You can't, baby, cannot complain about that.
You can't be in the streets and just going spread them whatever. But
not trying to say.
No, I used to do well, at one point, I had a bunch of the sensations coming in, so that was interesting. But those are the dancers for the Saints team.
Oh,
and then
wow.
which helped me get more clients like for waxing, because they knew like some girls who do
yes.
dancing and some strippers and things
And
like
you
that.
sure
And
don't
I'm
want
like,
nothing sticking out where it ain't supposed to be. That is not
no,
cute.
honey, when you spray the eagle, you need to make sure it's
Yes,
gonna soar the right
yes.
way. We don't
We
want
don't
that.
want to see nothing that we don't. Yes,
Yeah,
it
all
can be
that
pretty. It can be pretty.
Dark skin
Yeah.
and stuff, and like discoloration.
Bumps
Waxing
that we
helps
don't know
with
what it
all that.
is.
Ooh, if you don't know what it is, baby girl.
Yeah, because you have all them bumps. You can't distinguish what everything is.
Well, I'll tell you this. If I see something, and I have, it's been 20 years, so you see things. But if I see something, legally I cannot say, hey, this is X, Y, and Z. But I can say, I think you should go and see your doctor about that, sooner than later.
Okay.
Like if I see something going on, even if it's down,
Yeah.
there, or if it's in your face, it doesn't matter. Like if I see something that I think is concerning, because I've worked in dermatology as well,
great.
and I've studied pre-med and medical aesthetics.
All the way
and all
around.
this.
Just look at that. Just
So,
wonderful.
you gotta stay on
so
top
really,
of it.
when they're coming to you, it's just getting that knowledge
Yes.
as well.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's not like you can't. A lot of times, even with you going to get your hair done or anything,
Mm-hmm.
and you go, they're not teaching you nothing about your hair. And your hair, I see so many people get their hair done, and their hair's not even growing.
And they
So
don't know
it's
how to take care of it, don't know
yes.
how to maintain it.
So whatever you're doing, you should still be learning how to take care of it in the long run yourself.
Right. And that's one thing that I make certain happens every time you come in. If you have questions about something, or if I see that you are lacking a certain area, we need to touch up on some things. And I like to make sure that you are educated, so that when you go home, you have no questions. But if you go
like
home
that.
and you have questions, you can still
can still
contact me.
call.
Yeah, but I explain everything to my clients that come in, and let them know
That's
like what
great.
to expect before, during, and after. How to take care of your skin afterwards, what to do to maintain it, and how to get it healthier. We come up with a plan that is tailored just for you, so your skin journey will be your skin journey. And so that's how I like to kind of bring things together, because I don't do cookie cutter stuff. Like I don't
I
like.
mean, when it comes to your
says
health, you
this
really
and-
shouldn't be. And I'm just trying to say, girl, your skin glows.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wouldn't mind coming to you for my skincare, because I'm like, what are you doing? Like, baby, because I know you can sit there, Miss 25, but you's a little cougar over there, huh?
Oh well, you know.
Yes.
I
I
would
saw
be,
some
but I
lady
don't-
say online now, no, we not cougars over here, we sharks. Rawr.
Sharks.
Yeah, she said sharks. You got
Well,
invited and everything.
All right. Well, you know what? If you got a shark, you got a shark. I don't know what to tell you, but one lady calls hers Big Garfield.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a big cat.
that is a big cat. And it expands. When you think about Garfield, he expands.
Baby, he can eat. So, she said she eating the young boys up. So, that's nothing to do with me. But I'm like, okay, girl, go ahead. Garfield.
So is sex part of your glow? Because, sex can give a glow. And people be like, girl, what is that? You are glowing.
Well, not at the moment. Not at the moment. No, but I have my ways. I take care of myself, so to
Yeah.
speak. But I don't have a certain someone at this time. I was married before, and I'm just like, ugh. Dating is kind of, it's trash. It's a lot of pee.
That's
in the
about
pool.
all you can really say to it.
It's
Girl, let me
a
go ahead.
lot
Let's go ahead and sip
of
this
pee
little
in the
right there.
pool.
Because
Yes, what we
dating
got
being
here?
kind of trash right here. I have
Oh.
to change it up for you. When we take the shots for everybody, I said, we're going to get a little classy with my lady
I
here.
love my wine.
And see, yes. I said, so we're going to sip on a little strong wine today. I said, and change it up
Okay.
some.
Bubbly.
I said, let's loosen it up.
Mm-hmm.
So, Are you getting any, what did they say, oxytocins
The oxytocins and the
that release through your, that release through sex and orgasms and everything?
Here's the thing. Whether you have a partner or not, the first person that should be able to turn you on is you.
Yourself.
If you don't know where your buttons are, if you don't know how to bring yourself to that climax or, get yourself excited about what you're doing, then you can't expect
nobody else. I can't even tell them what you like if you don't even know what you like.
Exactly. So, whether it's with a partner or if it's with toys or what have you, you got to explore your body. So, and then that's, it's still a form of getting your heart rate up, so it's healthy.
Yes, it's very healthy.
You can work out various muscles inside and outside.
So them Kegels.
Yes, and so it's good to take care of yourself first. And when I say take care of yourself, that's a part of taking care of yourself. Your sexual health is really important.
More women are starting to realize that, because I had read that in the early 2000s, it was like about 39% of women that were masturbating just for relief of stress.
Yeah, really?
Just because they was getting that. And just in 2024, now it's 64% of women that are doing that to relieve stress.
Well, they realize if you just sit around and wait for somebody, you might be waiting for a long time.
You just might be, and you might figure out, instead of trying to kill somebody or have road rage, you might need to release some oxytocins in your body, which is also very good for your skin,
Yes,
you don't need a man to be out here looking good, ladies, and getting that skin right underneath that makeup.
Self-care is just that. It is self-care. You got to take care of yourself. You can't expect anyone, no one else is responsible for your happiness. You're responsible for your own happiness. And you're responsible for yourself, first and foremost. Because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of everyone else. You're not at 100. You can't, spread yourself so thin where you can't take care of everyone else. So, and that shows, whether it's through your skin, it's through your temperament, everything. If you're not having a good time, you're not having a good day, it shows.
It shows.
But the important thing is, if you're not
there with a pimple.
Yes. If you're not, feeling your best, learn how to take care of yourself in the sense that, okay, recognize I'm in this funk. Let me get myself out of this. What does it take?
Don't wait for someone else to do it for you.
Yeah, whether it's candles or a vibrator. Whatever gets you.
Whatever it is. It might just be a bubble bath, and that hot water might do it for you.
Exactly.
But you just never know. But don't act like toys are your enemy, ladies. Go ahead and use them. Everyone by now knows I definitely use mine.
Yes.
So, it's just keep them oxytocins coming through and flowing and everything. You don't have bad skin. I don't have to put on all this makeup on top of everything. So, keep it going. So, what do you look for in a man that you're not finding out here?
Ugh. Well, I guess the one word, if I was to use one word, it would be loyalty. Because when you have loyalty, you have trust, you have love, you have that connection with each other, so it brings everything kind of into itself.
The fold, it's just
but
them little dots under that.
Yes, but I just find that I don't get that a lot, and then a lot of the times the problem is that younger guys. When I say younger, I'm like early 20s and 30s, and I'm like, baby boo. Mm-mm.
So no little tenderonis, no interest in a young. Would you ever?
I'm not saying I would never.
Yes.
But you better come with one hell of an offer if you want me to do something like that. Because, you 25.
Not really to live life. What are you offering?
What do you have to offer?
Your mentality. It's not just about the financial. It's about a lot of substance behind that.
Right.
And maturity just doesn't come in too many men. I ain't gonna say all men, 'cause they get mad when you say that, although it's a high number. Maturity doesn't come at a young age at all the time through men.
Yeah, no, age doesn't mean maturity. It doesn't mean that you are wise either, because I mean, that's my problem. I don't have a middle ground. There's like 20 and 30-year-olds, and then there's 70 and 80. Like, what we doing?
You ain't lying, baby, because they be gray hair and everything, just as childish as an 18-year-old.
And I'm like, oh, no.
And it makes you say, like, is that what I'm attracting? Is that what you saw that I thought I was looking for?
You know what I think about that? I think like when a much older guy approaches me, you know, like if he's got his stuff together, okay, fine. But my thought is, okay, if you're 76 and you thought I was younger than I am, then, you know, 'cause I'm 50. So
Girl,
if you
say that loud and proud.
50,
don't
darling.
even look it, baby.
50. That's me. Yes, I was born in 1900s.
Y'all better go to the Phoenix. Y'all better go to Phoenix Air. I'm trying to tell you.
So, but when a guy approaches me that's like at that age, it makes me think, you know, pedophile. I don't know, like, why are you trying to talk to somebody? If you thought I was in my 30s or what have you, why are you trying to talk to me,
What
sir?
was your
You're not
interest?
complimenting me. You're concerning me because I feel like you're looking for somebody's child. Like you being a little ditty.
So
I don't know.
So what would turn you on? What turns you on about it? Other than that, like physical or, you know.
See, that's the weird thing. I don't really have a type when it comes to the physically. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a good hard body just like everybody else. You know, I love to see it. But sometimes, you know, I have my little healthier dudes or, you know, it's like it's not about the physical. With me, it's very much mental.
So very much
It's
what they have to offer on that plate.
I have to be able to have an intelligent conversation with you, and I have to be able to have fun. You got to be able to laugh, have fun, and enjoy myself, but we can have an intelligent conversation too. If I can't have an intelligent conversation with you, then it's just, you know, if you want the water works to be turned on, I'm going to need you to figure out how to work the knobs.
At least.
Yes.
I don't want to have to write the tutorial for you. Not at this age.
Yeah, it's
you
just,
know,
you know,
so it's just like.
If you have no knowledge of what's going on around you, like I don't watch the news all day, every day. But my thing is this: you should know something about something that's going on. You should have something to talk about besides, the weather was nice today. You know,
and at work, I stubbed my toe.
Right. Don't nobody want to talk about that. Yeah, and I
Pillow
took all
talk's
my
supposed to have a little bit
medicines.
more substance to it.
Today's Thursday. I got all my medicines. This is when I take the blue one and the red one today. I don't have that one on Fridays. Like, I don't want to talk about
baby,
that.
not at all.
Like, no.
So do you like PDA?
No.
No.
Well, not no, but to a certain extent. We can have a little bit, but I don't like, you know, overly, you know. We're not finna sit here and just be like all down each other's throat. I'm not finna be sitting in your lap about to, you know, have an orgasm in the middle of Times Square. I don't know. You just wherever. It just doesn't, no, not like that. But I mean, you can hold hands or whatever. If it's not too hot, because people's hands get sweaty and stuff, and I don't like that either. But
okay.
But you know, I mean, my thing is, if you like somebody, then
just
you do whatever.
You do whatever. Maybe
you do kind of whatever. But, you know, I mean,
whatever.
I'm not gonna be all down your throat in public. But you know,
so car sex.
What's wrong with car sex?
I'm just seeing if you like car sex. I mean, because it's not. It's public, but not as public, because you usually try to find a spot that's,
right. I mean,
you know,
that's not really PDA, because you find somewhere private for stuff like that.
Okay.
So, I'm a very flexible woman, so I don't have an issue.
Yes, with the size of the vehicle, none of that. It's like bring it on,
no.
front seat, back seat.
It doesn't matter.
In the moment, that's just what it's gonna be.
Lay the seats down. I don't know. Whatever. Depends on what you're driving, I guess.
I have no
But there's nothing
complaints.
wrong with like car sex. Like, I don't know why people get so uptight about that. I mean, the only thing that's wrong with it if you get caught.
Yes, that is the only thing. Yeah. Some cops be nice and just say move it along, a little bit.
And some of them are angry because they ain't getting none. They just want to, give you a hard time because they dry.
So, would you ever have any other kind of public sex if you was, really like y'all feeling each other and this is moment?
That's the thing. It's one of those things that's kind of in the moment. I can't say no. Because I haven't met the person that made me want to do that.
That you would do that.
Yeah.
So
if I meet someone that makes me
so far nobody
throw
done made
caution
the
to
list.
the wind, then
it's like, baby, right here, right now, this minute. Yes.
I mean, I have, but it's like that's a long
time ago.
20 plus years ago. That the last time somebody made me want to do something like that.
No. So you have a little freaky side, K.C.?
Oh well, yeah. I guess you can call it that.
You can call it that.
You can call it that. I have an exploratory side where I like to, try a little thing, little dibble, little dabble.
A little dibble and dabble. How dibble and dabble? Have you ever, even in your younger days, been interested in threesomes, things like that?
That's something that, I thought about, I considered, but it just hasn't happened.
Again, not someone you trust yet to put in that. It's same.
Yeah.
Same here. Because it's not for lack thereof the interest of.
Yeah, the options are there.
The proper opportunity has never been with, I would do this with you, trust you with this, and do this with this. Because it's not just.
Well, when you gotta think, when you're involving 3 people, that's an odd number. Somebody gonna get left out at some point.
And it better not be me. That's why one thing I said that one of my biggest rules
is this:
I want the girl to like me a little bit more than she like you, because I don't want to be left out.
Exactly. I know it won't be me either.
Somebody gonna feel something, but baby, this is about me. If I go through it, it has to be about me.
Now I have some guy friends. Not a lot. I have a couple of guy friends that are married, and their wives are, and I tell them this all the time: your wife is so fucking fine. Like, oh my God.
Sexy.
Like, she is just, I'm so proud. I'm so proud of them.
Good job.
Don't bring no.
Don't bring no
butt duff around.
That just don't make the cut. It's like at least be
good personality. They got a nice body, and I'm like, maybe.
And then a real confident woman could just be confident in her sexuality to even compliment another sexy woman.
I love to see a woman a beautiful woman and compliment her.
You is fine, baby. Now, if I did, I would do, and you would be the do. But I don't. But I'm letting you know that if I coulda, shoulda, woulda,
it'll be done.
It would be done. You would love every minute of it.
You got, I don't see the problem with that. Like, that's a whole nother subject. But some women they get uptight about other women. Yeah, it's like if I see you and I think you look amazing,
what is wrong with
I'll be
that?
like, you are so beautiful. And most of the time, people are like, wait, what? Me? Okay. Like, it makes them feel good because it's like you don't know what's going on in people's lives
at all.
And if I just feel the urge to say like, you are beautiful. I just wanted you to know that.
Baby,
like,
I just wanted
beautiful queen
you
the other day.
took your time, and I tell women all the time when I see them, I say, baby, if nobody else done told you the effort you took to get dressed today,
just being out. Like,
what everybody be doing? What's the thing now? What is this?
Yeah. You got clocky, girl. Clacky.
I was like, I was just learning that. I was like, my daughter.
Kids, man.
That is what was my daughter.
You gotta talk
and
to
I
your
was like,
kids.
I walked up to the buffet and she was like, and I was like,
That mean it was good. She was liking what she was seeing.
Oh, so I was like, what is
she
this
was like,
now?
yes, this is why
I said,
I'm here.
every couple of months, y'all come up with something new, and I'm trying to keep notes and remember.
Clock it.
And then I catch it, and then all of a sudden they be like, Mom, that was the beginning of the year. No one says that anymore. No one does that anymore. And I'm like, you know what? That's why I say what I say, what I was saying when I grew up, and that's it. I don't know how to
Okay,
change
whether
my lingo.
it's now or not, it's gonna come back. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's coming back.
It all does. It really does. It all comes and does full circle and everything. So you just can't sit there and say, oh, this is for this time, this for that time.
Right.
Yeah, right. I didn't believe it when my parents told me either. So now I'm looking at it, I was like, my parents are so right. Because now the stuff that they was coming is coming back with our kids. And so I'm just like, baby, trying to keep up with the times.
I don't even try. Like, I don't even dress myself. Shit. What am I talking about? I don't even dress myself. My kids dress me. Because they like, no, like, it's like a thing. It's funny because I'm like that with my mom. And I'm like, no, you will not be around here in no cat sweaters and straw hats and shit. Like, no, ma'am.
We do that with my mom.
Ma'am.
We be
Like,
going to brunch. We be like, what do you have on?
You're not about to come in here with no DIY sweatshirts with your kitty cats and all the little things. No, we're not doing that.
Baby, I keep
But she
trying
fights me though. I don't fight the kids. I'm like, make me look good. Like, honey, put me together. Because the less I have to think about it, the better. Because I'm not trying to.
You're not
I'm not trying
to, baby. And you don't even have to try. And you don't even have to try. And they come in all shapes, sizes, and ages, baby.
And
so,
I get
trying to tell you.
Cheers to that.
There we go. All that. So, so K.C., back in your days then, what's the freakiest thing you've ever done in your relationship?
Girl, let me tell you something. When I grew up, they didn't have cell phones and pictures and stuff like that. And we're going to leave that right in the past, okay? Because it's just like the Freaknik videos or whatever. Those videos don't show nothing. Nothing about what was going on between the Freakniks and the Kappa Beach party. Girl, I'm so glad we didn't have that kind of stuff.
A lot of us really would have been in trouble if we grew up in the internet times and things we put on. I mean, it was nothing.
We had more freedom because
yes,
everybody didn't have a phone glued to their hands. So you actually were in the moment of what was going on. And I was all up in
talking to somebody, trying to find somebody to go home with. I don't even know if we was doing that much twerking at the time. I think it was just like it kind of happened, but you would have everyone actually be dancing, get their groove on, but then we have our slow songs for you to get your little groove on, see who you might go home with, might not. They don't do none of that.
When you out of town and you on vacation or you at an event or whatever happens. And it stays right there.
Vegas started it and they made it international.
I had a group of friends in college. It's about 8 to 10 of us usually. We would get together for just those types of events, like big parties, big functions, stuff like that. And we all stay together, one big epic craziness. We'll get a suite or something. But anytime we went out, it was a rule. It was an unspoken rule. Whatever happens, it happens.
We don't talk about it.
And we leave it right there.
Right there. You were the group you can trust. And you have a good time. So you was living life.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So now you just get to be nice and demure and just wait for your Prince Charming.
Well, I need a king. I can't get no prince. I need to see him. I can't get these little ones.
Say that loud then.
Need a whole king, baby. A whole package.
To handle all that.
Package. But I will tell you this though. Like when I did get divorced, I had an amazing divorce party. Yeah, it was. It was 3 days.
I've heard about.
And
3 days.
Well, my thing was this. I would rather spend it on my friends than than allow him to take my money.
Yes.
So I'd rather just spend it. I will spend it before you can take it. There's no way in hell.
Yes.
And so, but the cool thing was my best friend was getting married at the same time.
Oh, wow.
During that same time. So, and we have it's our same group of friends.
Yes.
And she was like, well, let's just do it together. And I'm like, bachelorette, divorce party. All right. So I was
new
just
beginnings.
like, just bring your heels.
Because most people might say beginning and the end, baby. No,
No, it was
beginnings.
too big. It was most definitely two beginnings because it was most definitely a celebration amongst my friends and family.
That was great.
Yeah, I didn't know we had to. I didn't know they felt the way they felt, but yeah.
Oh,
We had
so
a
now that
wonderful-
y'all did all that, a lot of stuff came to surface
Yeah, we found out the
and
truth.
all that.
I found
and
out the
some
truth
people
of how they
spoke
really
some
felt about
truths.
him, and I was like, oh, okay, well, ain't nobody tell me shit. But
Oh,
all right.
now you tell me.
Yeah, but it happens. It happens. So,
So what turns you on your body? What could a man know? What's your spot?
as far as my spot, I don't have a particular spot.
You know,
It's a whole experience for me, because just treat my body like it's like you miss it every time. Like you miss me. I don't know when I'm gonna see you again. Devour me.
Don't
honey.
leave no parts of the body
Devour
out. You don't want
me.
you to be like, baby, you haven't even touched me on this arm
Right.
in a week
Do you
or
see this
whatever.
pinky? Look at the
like,
space I'm missing.
baby, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
it's just
so
a
it's
full-
like it's a full experience for me. Like one day it may be my neck, or it may be it'll never be my ears because I have a serious issue with my ears. I don't don't touch my ears.
Don't touch her ears.
No, you get punched in the throat. So
That's almost like don't touch my hair. Don't touch my hair.
you get punched
don't
in the throat.
touch
Don't
the ears.
touch my ears. No. But they're like, well, you have so many piercings. I'm like, I know, but don't touch my ears.
That's what they're not there. They're there for you to look. Don't touch.
But it might be my nipples or whatever. It depends on that day. It depends on what my body is saying to me. I just listen to what my body says, and if I figure out that.
So you is just really a sexual creature.
Well,
They always say it's the quiet ones.
everyone is. It's just they just don't know it. They don't know
They
it.
haven't shown it or
They don't
found
explore
it.
or they don't have someone that they trust to open up and be themselves and be able to be their own true quote unquote freak
Yeah.
that they are. I mean, you should be. If you with somebody, if you can't do what you want to do, then why you with them?
What is the point?
Why are you with them? Because if they're gonna make you feel embarrassed about something, then you probably you with the wrong
ain't no
person.
problem. You're
with the wrong
one.
person. Like I need someone who's. If I say I want to hang from the chandelier, baby, let me tell you something.
You try. And why I'm hanging
he
from
gonna be like,
one
I'ma get you a
leg and
harness.
one ankle, yes.
I'ma hold your
on
big
to
ass
that. We
up.
finna laugh through it and
Right.
all that. And yes.
It's gotta be
Yes.
that way.
Real definition of hanging from the chandeliers, because eventually, maybe somebody getting cut, somebody falling. We
real
can swing
life,
from the
yeah.
chandeliers, but
Yeah. I
we
like
know
the
what's
song,
going.
but
Yes.
that shit ain't real.
It ain't really real. So what's your favorite position sexually?
My favorite position.
You're so sexual. Does that change just as much as your spots?
It does. Because one day I might want to be on top. One day I might want to be on my side. I might want to be on the wall. I don't know.
So
It
sometimes you
depends.
feel like being a pillow princess?
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. I don't know. But I'm never going to be a pillow princess, though. No, I like to be
I could never
involved in my
either.
workout.
That's how I'm like, literally, I could never be a pillow princess. I have 2 sisters. I have 5 sisters, and I have 2 of them,
Jeez.
and that are pillow princesses. And she says
There's no
she's
way.
not. And I said,
You know what pillow princess reminds me of? The color purple. I just lay there and wait till
he
do his
done
business.
doing
and
his
wait till he
business.
finishes. Exactly.
it
Like,
sound like
no.
he going to the bathroom on you. That's what
And
it
it does,
feel
and I
like.
I can't get down with that. No.
I can't imagine even being able to get an orgasm by being a pillow princess which means I'm going to have to start really looking to see how good these pillow princess skin is. Because they might be having a nut, but they might not be having an orgasm, releasing their little
Girl,
pheromones
all I know
and
is
everything.
when I finish with you, you're going to be relaxed. When you come in to see me for a facial, I'm going to make sure the atmosphere is right. It's going to be from the moment that you walk in. The lighting, the aromatherapy, the modalities that I use, the different machines and everything. Like, it's going to be catered towards making you just forget about everything else. So if you leave, that's how a lot of times I tell them, tell your husband I said you're welcome. Because when they go home, I already
we were
know.
talking about orgasms, and then we went into this, and I'm like, so it almost, people could get mistaken, are they getting a happy ending?
No. They don't get a happy ending until they get home. Now, you can have a happy ending as many times as you want, but I'm going to get you ready. Like, if you need to be prepped and relaxed, because a lot of times people don't have a good sex life because they're too damn stressed. If you're stressed out and you have all this, these things weighing on you, it clogs, it blocks your mind, and it prevents you from really letting go and having that release. So you got to relax, man.
I try and tell everybody that an orgasm is mentally. Like, he could be really going to Pound Town, and you might be wet, depending on what you're thinking about. Think about the wrong thing, it's going to be a Sahara Desert down there. So, yes.
You got deserts
you
down,
know,
girl.
like,
You can't be
damn,
starting
and
no
don't
fires.
think about the kids or the parents or the bills. The bill's going to desert immediately, dried up, and he'd be like, baby, I'd be like, it hurt.
If you think about bills, he ain't doing it right.
At all.
You ain't doing it right.
Baby, I've had...
It's some issues.
It's sad. I need a drink. It's sad. It is. There should never be experiences like that in no one's life.
Listen, that's why I was concerned when you said you didn't have those orgasms. You didn't have orgasms and stuff. I thought, like, what's the problem? What's the problem, girl?
Selfish men.
Oh, yeah. I don't like selfish men.
And I just had to really realize, like, literally I have 2 habits that I like. I like to smoke a blunt, and I like to have sex.
Okay.
And
those are your hobbies. All right. Okay.
Both of those, without those, I get attitude.
You get all tense.
Oh my God. My mom, my family, even all the way to my mom knows, and they be like, and my mom knows that I smoke, but she'd be like, she'd be like, which one do you need? Down. She said, I don't know what it is. I don't know what you need in your life. I be trying to tell her, but Mom, you need the same thing in your life. Because you ain't had nothing in a long time. And people don't realize, maybe afterwards you just feel so, even if you do it for yourself, afterwards you just feel like, what was I mad about?
I'm exhausted.
And then you might even have a little clarity and be able to really go ahead and write that to-do list when you couldn't even think of what to write before.
Girl, I ain't writing shit. Yeah. After I do that, if it's done right, whether it's me or someone else, I ain't writing shit.
I guess you're going to write after that now.
Some sweet dreams.
Right after that now. And all that and everything. So that orgasm plus that sleep plus that less stress plus all that equals good, healthy skin.
You gotta make sure you take care
no
of
murders out here
before you engage in all that. Just go ahead and put your skincare on. That way, when you're done, you're done. You can just go to bed.
Oh, you got all of it. That way you done already did all this. So you should already be having an orgasm with somebody that's okay with your bare skin and everything without you having all that makeup on, covering up your juicy skin.
They have people that are very insecure about their faces, though, about their skin. Like, I had a friend, even in high school, I had a friend that we were on the dance team together. And when we traveled, she never took her makeup off, like, in front of anybody. She slept in it and everything until she was by herself. Because some people are just that uncomfortable with their skin. But, proper skincare, you can come in and if it's something that's beyond my scope of expertise that I can take care of in my office, I have people in the medical, people who are in the dermatology that I refer them to, that they can get some help from. Like we go back and forth. We send clients and patients back and forth so that, okay, I can take care of this and you take care of that. Because I don't want you to leave feeling the same way that you felt when you came in. Like, I want you to
that you
be
got a facial,
confident,
you go home,
and feel great about the progress that's happened and what's about to happen, and the whole journey of it all. Like, I want you to be happy when you leave. So I'm not gonna let you leave, you know, with your face just like, oh no, I don't want nobody looking at me.
Yes, but
like,
I love that
honey.
you're putting so much knowledge behind the care.
You have
like,
to.
so many people just don't do that. They be like, oh, I went to get a facial, and they might lay there, might have their headphones in or whatever, and then they just leave, and then they come back next month, they
Like,
get
what
another
did you,
facial.
What did you get done? Oh, I don't know.
Nothing. I just got a facial.
What did they use on your
You
skin?
can't tell?
I don't know.
They be like, well, what do you use? Well, I go to Sally Mae, you know. So I love that you're really putting knowledge behind that and everything.
No,
because
education is important for myself and for my clients as well. Like, I always say that I'm always learning. Like, I'm in 2 classes right now.
Look at that. Look at you
2
still.
classes right now, because I feel like you should always be learning. You should always keep learning, and the state of Louisiana does not require that you do so. They only require that you pay $25 for your license and keep it moving.
And just keep it moving.
That's all they care about. But I make certain that I take, you know, classes, and I get certifications to make sure that I'm taking care of things as far as like disease control and infection control and things like that, to be able to recognize like what's going on, and know when I need to send someone to someone with a higher capability than I have as far as what was going on with the skin. Like, I had for like one I had a guy recently that came in, and he had never had a facial before. And I'm looking at his skin, and I was just like, what do you do with your skin? So we were talking about his home care routine, which was nothing.
Yeah, just a towel.
It was just, water. And I'm like, but I'm looking at his skin, I was like, I was very concerned about his skin and the health of his skin, and I knew what I was looking at wasn't right.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell him that. So I told him, hey, you need to, I said, when's the last time you saw a dermatologist? He's like, oh, it's been a few years or whatever. I think you need to go and see one as soon as possible.
Yeah.
It's like, I said, no, I think I really want you to go and see one. If you don't have one, I can refer you to a couple that I work with, and you can see one of them, but I need you to go to the dermatologist. Because what I couldn't tell him was that what I saw was that he had some cancerous areas. That's what I was seeing. And I'm like, I'm hoping that I'm wrong, but long story short, he went in and he saw his dermatologist, and the next time I saw him, I was like, what is going on with your face? He's like, it's a chemo cream. I said, chemo cream? He said, yeah, thank you for sending me in there, because he had several areas on his face that were cancerous or dangerous. Yeah. And so he was able to do like a chemo treatment, but it was like more of a he's had more creams and things than the actual machines that they hook you up to. So I was just like, I was very happy about that. I was like, your skin is looking so good now. Like, what's going on? He's like, yeah, I went to the doctor like you said, and they put me on all this stuff, and I was just like, oh, thank God. Because I was like, this man, your face gonna fall off, child. That ain't gonna be cute. That ain't gonna be cute.
What they
but
gonna
I
do?
can't
We
say
gotta
that.
say, baby, that's for K.C. y'all. Yes.
But see, and then that's the kind of stuff I talk about on K.C.'s Corner too. So
that's
and let everybody actually my segment on Cocktails and Conversations with Cornay, which is coming back soon. So I have a segment called Cocktails and Conversations. K.C.'s Corner on Cocktails and Conversations. And I talk about general health and well-being, and we also talk about skincare. Like, people send questions to me. You can send questions to my Instagram or Facebook. It's Phoenix Air Spa. And I will, depending on what the questions are, and sometimes I combine a couple of them, and I'll answer them and do a segment on them, like addressing the issues that you send in. So send me your questions
and
at Phoenix Air LA _ on Instagram. You can DM me any of your questions or concerns about skincare, health, or health in general, wellness, in general, then hit me up.
And they really need to do that because, y'all, this is not makeup hiding nothing on her face or anything. You are a beautiful, beautiful woman.
You as well.
You just, I mean, it's just like, and just the glow and the fact that you're not releasing no pheromones or anything to get there and everything, baby. You is just glowing.
No,
it's
we
gorgeous.
don't do no happy endings. Your happiness depends on you. Okay,
As
I'm not
always.
responsible for your happiness
Not
or your
at all.
endings, honey. No, don't come to me for that.
Say that is not what's going on here. But
Ain't
ladies, she will
happening.
help you get right down there so you can go ahead and drive your car into a proper garage. Garage. There's no S's on that. It's not plural. Because other than that, you need to wait the proper days.
Don't judge people. Let them do what they do.
You know what?
all
They
you can do
go
is give the
ahead.
information,
That's all we can do.
and they're gonna do what they're gonna do. So, and they're gonna
Baby,
do who they
we
gonna do and
learned
how
that
many they
at-
wanna do, and that ain't got nothing to do with me.
If everybody learned that early on, we would be better off. Because people be mad, why he do that? Because he wanted to. Why she did that? Because she wanted to.
Got nothing to do with me.
I'm like, I mean, it just, they didn't care, not care, or you want, everybody needs to stop taking things so personal.
Yeah.
All this stress and everything, it is just not good.
You know what's bad about stress? It makes your black crack.
Mm.
They say black
All
don't crack,
that.
but all that stress and not resting, not drinking water, going out every night, staying out late, smoking, and all that kind of stuff, and it's just
You're
it wears
putting
on
so
you.
much
Alcohol,
in.
It all wears on you.
Yes.
Too much of anything is not a good thing. So and it shows. It shows, and it smells. It smells.
I don't think people realize that at all.
It
That it's
smells.
not just all the times of what we eat, but it's everything that we ingest, and even all the way down to what you eat, drink, to what you put on your body, to this funky cologne that you put on.
Ooh.
To whatever it is, it's going in your pores and it's mixing all
You walk
that
in the
in.
front door, you at the back door, and everybody still smell you. That is just
baby, that is just
oh.
not. I love a nice breeze of a man just walking past me. I swear, it's just.
Well, you
just
know when
like,
you know when whatever he puts on when it works for him because you smell it, and you know when it's just some kind of toilet water they done put on themselves. And
You just standing there doing your own thing, and you just.
you gonna come disrespecting my
I
nostrils
just.
like that.
And didn't even say anything to me. He just breezed on by. Just smelling like.
Let him go. It's pee in the pool, girl. It's pee in the pool. Just let him go. Let them go. It's pee in the pool, and they don't even clean it at all.
Pee in a pool.
Yes, that's
What
pee
is-
in the pool, in the dating pool.
What is the corniest dating line, or just any man has ever said to you?
Oh. You know what? The other day I had a guy approach me. He was like, "Hey, don't I know you? What's your name?" I'm like, really? Because
I didn't even think they still said that.
I didn't either. And I thought, like, are you serious right now? Are you really thinking?
That's where we're
Are you really trying to you're going to have to come a little bit better than that. But, it's
I'm
it's
like,
always
no,
something
you don't
stupid.
know me. I swear there's someone around here that looks like me because people always tell me, oh, weren't you at such and such last night? Nope, I was at BED. And they said, where's that? Upstairs in my house. I don't know how you ain't get it when I spelled it out, but I do B and I do the dot and the capital E and the dot and the D. And the fact that it
People are slow.
confuses you,
That's
Get
the
out
people
my
that I'm
DM.
talking about. They don't have an intelligent conversation you can have with them.
I
so.
be like, I just can't even, I don't even know where to go with that. So I just be like,
No.
leave it alone.
But I think the
Don't tell.
corniest thing is just like, damn. Like, don't keep telling me, oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you just look so good. Sir,
Your vocabulary doesn't go no further than
talk
that.
about something else because that shit don't get me
Anything
wet.
else?
Like, what are you doing? Like, talk about something
It's
else.
like I'm not
why
Miss
are we-
America or nothing, but it's not like I haven't heard it. Can you put some substance behind it?
Right.
Can we have something? Because there's certain things that's
Actually
just
was a
gonna make me
beauty
go
queen.
woo woo. Look at that. See, look. You're in
was a
Louisiana.
Yep, Miss Baton Rouge.
Check you out. You see, you find something new every day.
I know, right? It's a secret.
Look
It's
at
my
that.
past life.
Oh.
But yeah, I was Miss Baton Rouge, I think 96, 7.
That is amazing.
And I placed second in nationals, but I competed for Miss Louisiana USA.
Oh,
and I got second place.
Okay, K.C.
Yeah. Look,
We just keep
exclusive.
getting
Don't
you
nobody
up
know
in
that.
here, baby. Look at that.
You know, I got a lot
I was trying to say, see y'all, see the men that don't even know. You behind the scenes, all quiet and everything. You just a diamond in a rough over here.
Girl, I'm shining.
Just shining through all that, and they act like they can't even see it.
Mm-mm.
Baby, but
They're
the
not ready.
dating,
They're not ready. It's so many
dating
layers.
is so God.
It's so many layers, and when people ask me what I do, I say I'm very, very multi-hyphenated.
I
Very
like that,
I'm a
multi-hyphenated.
multi-hyphenated woman. So
I like that.
I do what's needed. Like with the Mad Game, I do what's needed. You know, if I need to be script supervised, if I need to coordinate a stunt or, help with the scenery, like whatever the case may be.
Multi-hyphenated.
Multi-hyphenated.
I'm gonna try. I hope I remember that. I like that. That is really great. People be like, "Oh, I'm a jack of all trades," and even me, I say it all the time because it's so over, baby. I love that.
I'm not Jack. I'm not Jill,
Brand
but I
new,
am
none of
multi-hyphenated.
that. Love
Yes.
that.
Because there's, I feel like every person has a lot going on that they should, there's never
One
shouldn't
role.
be one-dimensional.
Yeah.
Everyone has multiple roles that they play in their lives, whether it's public or behind the scenes, and I think you should acknowledge that. It's all
should
work.
be,
It's hard
yes.
work.
It is because you
Yeah.
be everywhere.
I do.
You really
That's
do
why I was
be
running to get to you
everywhere.
today. We were at rehearsals.
Yes.
I have a show coming up. I'm in a show.
Yes.
Called
Coming back to the scene, huh?
Yes, I am making my return to the stage. And the
I
funny
love
thing is, the
it.
play that we're doing is the last play that I did.
Okay.
Yeah, so
How
it's
about
called
that?
The Old Settler. And it's going to be at Upstage Theater on July 11, 12, 13, if that's the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So come out and
Yes,
check it
I would
out.
love
It's
to
a really
see
good
you.
show about two sisters who have this long, ongoing feud that people don't even know about, this underlying tension that they have. And my sister's trying to, pop her little fingers all in the streets, trying to give these little young guys and everything. That's why they call it the Old Settler. 'Cause,
Yes. So you ain't having it. I
no.
love
I'm the
it.
sister. I'm the feisty one. Yeah.
Now I can see that. After hearing all this and everything, you would see you and your body be like, just K.C.'s just so quiet. But baby, you don't need to be.
I like to
Everyone
play
doesn't
I like
need
to
to
play
be all out.
the feisty characters, or
Yes.
like I like to be the hoe. Being a hoe is always fun.
It's always bringing up something just
Yeah.
that no one expected from you.
Yeah.
And they be like, baby, I did not
Get to-
see you.
Get
You
to be
did
outside
that.
myself a little bit. I'll be like,
I'm
all right.
definitely going to have to make sure I see
You have
that.
to come and
Y'all
see
make
it.
sure y'all get tickets to that.
It's called The Old Settler at Upstage Theater. And you can get tickets online at Upstage. Is it upstage.biz?
I think I've
Upstage
seen that
Biz.
before, yeah.
But go to Upstage Theater in Baton Rouge. Go to their Facebook page, and you'll find everything that you need.
I am so
there.
excited to see you
Yeah.
get from behind the cameras again.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That is
be out front. I'm gonna be
great.
out front.
I love that.
Yeah.
So everybody can come by, see K.C. up front, get a little
It's a different side of
autograph.
me.
So if a man decides that he wants to come see your show and approach you,
I mean,
What
as
was-
long as he pays $25 for that ticket, he can do what he wants. I mean, you come on in and sit down and watch the show, sir. But that's all you're gonna get. So. But
no
yeah.
date. You're not dating right now. You don't want to date right now. You're not
No.
looking. So
No,
not interested in it at all.
not really.
No.
I mean, I say no because there's nothing that's interested me. So.
I can't complain, and I cannot argue with you there. Baby, it is a really sad thing, even to sit there and stay in a situation that you might not even want to be in, which many of us do just because we don't want to go back out there.
No.
And, it's just love yourself.
I can
Please
swim, but
yourself.
there's pee in the pool, and I just refuse.
I just love that you
So,
keep saying that.
I'm
There's
gonna
pee
let
in the
y'all-
pool.
there's pee.
The chlorine is very smelly. Most people don't even know you have to pee in the pool a whole bunch of times for the chlorine to activate. If a bunch of people aren't peeing in the pool, you come in, you be like, man, the chlorine's strong. That's because everybody's peeing in the pool.
I was a lifeguard for a long time. I'm gonna let you go with that one. If you pissing in my pool,
that's what my kids keep telling me. They said, "Mom, you know that's what it is."
When my brothers and I worked at the brick pool, like, no, if we see you doing, people are nasty.
People are nasty.
People are nasty.
People are disgusting.
Yeah,
I cannot stand public bathrooms. Oh my
God.
God.
To activate the chlorine, tell your kids, no.
Nope.
No.
It'll take you 5 minutes to just go.
In the pool just to act. You don't have to activate anything. It's already activated. We tested the levels, and we know that they're good. So don't do that. Please don't pee. Please.
At all. I love you coming here to talk to me. I love getting you in front of the camera. I absolutely love it. I was so excited to do this. I said, K.C., I said, but I'm not gonna go too left field with her. I said, I'm gonna kind of go in center field with her a little bit.
I appreciate
so I'm gonna make sure I don't try and hit no home runs over here and everything. So, but I definitely was looking forward to this, and I'm just so glad that you came.
Thank you for inviting me. This was fun.
Yes.
It was fun.
We'll make sure everybody knows once more time about K.C.'s Corner coming up,
yes,
how to
K.C.'s
find you on
Corner.
Instagram.
Look for us. We are on Fossum TV. That's awesome with an F. So download the app, check out Laugh Now, Laugh Later. Seasons 1 through 8 and 9 will be coming soon. We're also going to be putting out another season of Cocktails and Conversations, in which I have a segment called K.C.'s Corner. Send your questions in. Everything you want to know about what we're doing is on the MGE network on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Fossum app. Download it. Watch us.
Y'all make sure y'all do that, because baby, even when talking about herself, K.C. always makes sure she thinks about everybody. Behind the scenes, you are taken care of. I'm trying to tell you. So it's just, we love that.
Honey.
You are appreciated.
Thank you.
If I didn't sit there, like I always sit there, and even when I'm nervous, I always look forward to when you come and give me some little woosah. Yes, I always love that, and I appreciate that. I really, really do, like really from my heart. And I love it. So I really love you, and I appreciate you for coming through. And you guys, make sure y'all go and do. Look at you, like I'm a crybaby if y'all didn't know it.
Oh my God!
Like I really, y'all really don't know, like the behind the scenes of things that go through for this. It is really appreciated. Like a lot of times people don't give the people behind the scenes, but everyone behind the scenes knows how to do it on the other side. Believe that.
Yeah, so, right, Alex?
Yes, believe that.
Right, Alex?
To us. We wait for him to come on the other side too.
Oh, you ain't gonna.
We wait. He coming. No.
Alex,
he might be in retirement.
Here?
We might pull him out for a reprisal.
Okay.
You just never know what's gonna happen over here, guys. You absolutely never know. Thank you so much, K.C., for coming through. Thank you guys so much for coming back for another episode of Trish the Truth. It is really appreciated. I love you guys. Your support is loved and very appreciated. Until next time, Trish be telling the truth. I love you.
Let me do my ending. And that's a wrap.